Upton down here at GIAN'S restaurant in the heart of Pattaya, and it's a beautiful restaurant. And Ian, you come all the way from Phuket to be here tonight.
Absolutely, we flew over yesterday morning. We're on a 7 a.m. flight back to Phuket tomorrow, just for this dinner.
And it's a beautiful restaurant, isn't it?
Oh, it's stunning. Gianni's been around for such a long time, and it's just, the food's usually good.
Yeah. Now you run the Chaine in Phuket.
Phuket, correct.
Yeah, and you were just saying a little bit of a history lesson about the Chaine. You've really studied, haven't you?
Yes. I think if you've been in the Chaine for a while and you've been to a few dinners and you become a Bailey, as I am for the Phuket, the Bailliage. Yeah, it's 1248, which is when it was founded. King Louis IX decided to create a guild for those that roasted the goose over the open fire. By 1509, during the time of Louis XII, it was all chefs that cooked it over the open fire. And then 1610, they got royal assent. Unfortunately, they died out with the French Revolution in 1793, but guys got it together again in 1950, and there's 25,000 members worldwide.
Amazing, isn't it? How many countries?
110.
Wow. Yeah. So you love to go and visit all these places, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I've been to... you can see my...
Oh, no, you...
look, I should hide, but...
I can see the number of badges you've got.
Yeah, because I've been to... And in fact, in about 3 weeks' time, I'm going up to Myanmar, Yangon. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to China. I've been to Macau. Been to Sydney. I've been obviously Bangkok. I come a regular guest to Phuket, to Pattaya. No, it's really good.
And as you were saying, the whole point of this is all about the table, isn't it?
It is. It's all about the friends that you meet. Look, right throughout Asia, there are lots of wine dinners. But a wine dinner is for the night where you select a particular winemaker or something like that. And that's at the end of the night. Here, you make friends at each dinner. You build up this network. I've got friends throughout the world, and we share photos, we share menus, we share the whole experience. I've got a group coming down from China to Phuket because of some of the dinners that they've seen us organise in October next year. Yeah. So I feel good.
And it's a common love of good food, good wine, and as you were saying, experimental sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. And within the chain, we got the Order Mondial de Gustation, which is more than just wine. And so, to have a gin dinner where you match gins with food, or sake dinner where you match that, or we had a caviar dinner where you throw in a vodka or two and some sake.
It's something you wouldn't regularly get.
No. It's a great way to learn about food, wine, alcohol, and develop friends.
And it's something special.
Yeah, it is, without a doubt.
Good to meet you. Nice to make a friend of you, and may you come here many times in the future.
All right. Thanks, Barry. Thank you. See you.
At GIAN'S restaurant for a Chaine de ROTISSEURS OMGD. Do you know what OMG stands for? OMGD?
Yes, it's, Ordre Mondial de Gourmet Dégustateur Dinner.
You read that?
Yes.
Thomas is here, and you've been a Chaine member now for quite a while. What is it about the Chaine that you love?
Well, of course, I like food. And the other thing is I'm from the wine business, so it's the combination, food and wine.
Well, let's see what we're going to have tonight. We've had the appetizers with the homemade breadsticks, and we had champagne.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we've got grilled scallops with white truffle sauce served in a shell. We had that, and it's really, really well presented.
Yes, and a nice combination with the truffle I found. Yes, it was very nice. Yeah,
with a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, was okay too.
Now we've got homemade tortellini in a chicken broth.
Yeah, sounds good. A bit of a pasta dish in the middle. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, egg fettuccine with fresh Tasmanian mussel in tomato sauce.
Yeah, sounds great too. I'm curious how it goes with the blend, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Shiraz. Sounds interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And then, of course, a feature of Chaine dinners is always just before the main dish, you have a kind of mouth cleanser, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, this is, if you have like a menu like this, it's kind of standard at the moment, yes.
So we're having a lemon vodka sherbet.
Yes, sounds good, yeah.
So
wrong with that?
No. And then the main course is grilled Australian Wagyu lamb chops on a risotto with Taleggio cheeses flavoured with genuine saffron. What about the wine?
Let me see. Bulgari is a small part from Tuscany, which is, one of the most famous wine regions from Tuscany, so also one of my favorite regions. Cabernet Sauvignon is many times a combination of Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm looking forward for that. I don't know this one too. So yeah,
that'd be interesting.
But I love the region, so I'm looking forward to that wine.
Okay, and then finally, one of my favourites, classic tiramisu.
Yeah, Italian classic, I think. Classic.
Whenever I've been to Italy, it seems like it's the law. You have to have tiramisu at the end of a meal.
Of course, I think every Italian restaurant has a tiramisu, yes.
Brilliant. Well, Thomas, enjoy it. I'm sure you will. Well, there's the broth.
And you, yes. Okay.
This red wine, right?
Jerry's back. It's great to see you again, Jerry. Where you been?
Well, actually, I literally flew back to Thailand 2 days ago on Wednesday, specially for this dinner at GIAN'S.
Because you don't want to miss this place, do you?
No, I mean this is the highlight of the year for the Eastern Seaboard Chaine, coming to GIAN'S. Always
it's
a
not
pleasure.
just the food; it's the atmosphere, isn't it, and the decor.
Well, I mean, this is probably my favourite restaurant in the patio area. And as you
did
say,
you hear that, Guido? Did you hear that? It's his favourite restaurant.
No. And you say it has the perfect combination of the ambience, the wonderful food, wonderful wines, and a wonderful host.
Thank you, Gary.
You can pay him later.
Amazing.
But it's fantastic, isn't it? It's such a great. There's such great events, these Chaine dinners, aren't they?
Well, I think that the Chaine dinners bring something special. I think. Obviously the good food, obviously the good wine, but also the camaraderie, the opportunity to meet people maybe you haven't seen for a while or you've never even seen before. Yeah. So you've got that wonderful togetherness, and you have a great opportunity to let's say, enjoy the foods and wines together, share your experiences of them. And that's exactly what we're doing tonight.
And you can tell you're so enthusiastic about it.
Well, yeah, I've been a member of the Chaine for...
Where did your love of food... Oh, sorry, you've been a member of the Chaine for?
Probably about 8 or 9 years, I think now. Something like that, yeah.
Where did your love of good, fine wine and dining come from?
Well, if I say...
Certainly not Tottenham.
Well, if I was to say the United Kingdom, most, a lot of other people wouldn't believe me because, people seem to think that the British food leaves something to be desired, but no, I think actually I've lived all over the world. I've spent the last 34 years touring the world. I've lived in 10 different countries. I've travelled to many countries. So when you do that, the thing that differentiates countries from each other quite often is obviously the people, but also the food and the wine.
Yeah.
So of course I think that travel really brings brings that interest in gastronomy.
It opens your mind, and it expands your mind, doesn't it?
Exactly. If you go to the northeast of Thailand, you know, you can have the opportunity to eat grasshopper and
what wine would go with that?
Grasshopper, I think something like maybe Pinot Grigio or something would probably go quite well. Yes. So but all over the world there's different foods. That's how different countries and cultures differentiate themselves. Yeah. And I think that fits perfectly in the concept of the Chaine de ROTISSEURS.
Well, it's great to see you back again. You know, and we won't talk about Tottenham or Southampton, all right?
Well, it's wonderful to see you, Barry. I think Spurs are playing Southampton in end of November. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you immediately afterwards.
Thank you. All the best, sir. What do you think of it so far?
Well, the food is GIAN'S, normal high standards, and the wines aren't a bad match either. So far, so good. Although I am looking forward to the next course,
which is the
Wagyu
lamb chops,
plus a superb Cabernet Sauvignon to go with it.
Very good. You've been coming to these Chaine dinners for a long, long time, haven't you?
Yeah, just a few years, sure. Both here and in Bangkok and in Phuket and other countries too.
What is it about Chaine dinners that you look forward to the most?
That's a very interesting question.
It's not Jerry.
Generally speaking, it's the combination of the food, the wine matches, and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Some are different.
Yeah.
I think in the Eastern Seaboard here, you have great camaraderie. It's always fun. You can hear the buzz of conversation that's going around tonight, and I think that is superb.
Everybody's got a smile on their face.
Everybody seems to have a smile.
Jerry
on their
might
face.
not know this, but you and me are both Luton Town supporters.
We are
I used
indeed.
to be.
We are indeed.
And you still watch them, don't you? You still go and see them?
I still watch them. In fact, I still watch them every Saturday night.
Years ago, I grew up watching them when I was when I was teen. In fact, I was the chief programme seller.
I reported that back to the club recently, and I think they've probably disowned you by now, Barry.
And I put up the half-time scores. I was used to do all of that.
Multi-talented as ever, of course.
True,
everybody has their likes, their dislikes, what matches, what doesn't match. But I think tonight we have a typical Italian dinner, which is very good.
This has to be one of the best restaurants in town, isn't it?
I would say so. With Bruno's gone.
Yeah.
There are one or two other ones which the Chaine should maybe try to get involved in. But generally, GIAN'S is always of an extremely high standard.
Excellent stuff. Let's enjoy the main course.
Absolutely. Bring it on.
Jerry, I haven't seen you for ages. Where have you been?
Well, actually, I've literally.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let's.
Guido, you just ruined it.
Don't trip over
Okay, okay, you can come now.
Here we go.
Sorry, Jerry.
Here we go. Take two. Alan, what do you think of it so far?
Paul, to start with. How about that? Can we edit that one?
Take two.